So it's fair to say the McLaren drivers have been saying sorry to each other a lot. Obviously, Lando Norris apologised for the crash that he caused at the Canadian Grand Prix a few weeks ago, and this time it was the turn of Oscar Piastri, who has apologised to Lando Norris after the near miss at the Austrian Grand Prix. These two were leading comfortably. Norris started from pole and Piastri made it through to P2, literally on the first lap against Charles Leclerc. Now, Piastri was doing absolutely everything he could to try and overtake Lando Norris. Even though Piastri, of course, has the lead in the championship, it's not a huge one, and if Norris gets a bit of momentum together, it could pose a danger for his potential title aspirations. Now, he made a few moves on Lando Norris, and it was all good, really, aside from the fact A, didn't get past him and keep the place, and B, there was, of course, that one incident going down into the third braking zone, into turn 4, where Piastri had a bit of a lunge, locked up, and could have caused a potential incident. This is a corner where we've seen a lot of crashes. We saw a lot of offs during this weekend as well, but don't forget about the likes of Sir Lewis Hamilton and Alexander Albon, who came to blows there in 2020. It must have been, yeah. It must have been 2020. One of the two Austrian Grand Prix, well, Austrian races, I should say. One was the Styrian Grand Prix. Don't mix those up. Max Verstappen will, of course, call you out for that, as will the commenters too, no doubt. But yeah, full article here on the F1Chronicle.com, guys. Let's have a look at what Piastri said here, because there's a lot of love between the two McLaren drivers. It's really, really encouraging to see, but these things are very much prone to change. It doesn't take a lot for these guys to go from loving each other to hating each other, so to speak, of course. But yeah, let's have a look at what's been said here, guys. Full article on the F1Chronicle.com, as always. Despite their clash 2 weeks ago in Canada, the title-dueling McLaren duo managed a near-seamless and exciting wheel-to-wheel tussle at the Austrian Grand Prix. Pole sitter and eventual winner Lando Norris was repeatedly challenged by championship leader Oscar Piastri, including one particular near miss. I'm proud of how Oscar and Lando handled the situation, team boss Andrea Stella, overseeing a policy of driver equality amid the so-called papaya rules framework, said after the Austrian Grand Prix 1-2. There was only one situation in turn 4 where it got tight, the Italian told Sky Deutschland. We sent a message to Oscar that it was a bit too tight. I'm proud of Oscar for apologising for that action immediately after the checkered flag. That speaks volumes about the character of both of them and the sportsmanlike behaviour they both displayed. And then we heard it on the radio as well. I think the phrase was, that was a bit too marginal. And it was a mistake. It was an optimistic move. But you're fighting for the win and fighting for the championship. If you don't take risks, you're not going to win anything. But that was, in hindsight, a mistake, obviously, and it could have ended both of their afternoons, which would have been disastrous from that position. Although, let's be real, McLaren are going to win the Constructors' Championship, even if they crash each other out for the next 5 races, but hope that doesn't happen, especially for next weekend at Silverstone. Let's get back to the article. Indeed, after Norris ran into Piastri's rear wheel in Canada and retired, he immediately apologised to his Australian teammate and team. The incident resulted in what Norris called an intense post-race debriefing. The debriefing after Canada was about small incidents, Stella insists. It just shows that we can simply leave a little more distance between each other. We don't have to be 100% perfect, and we are still fast enough. Such was McLaren's dominance at the weekend in Austria that Max Verstappen and his Red Bull bosses have basically written off their ongoing title chances. The two McLarens showed that we are definitely the fastest car, Stella said. Sunday also proved that Norris is able to bounce back from a setback, notwithstanding his paddock reputation for a weakened mentality compared to the unflappable Piastri. Not much has changed in Lando, Stella insisted. In Monaco, he took it from pole to the win. What happened in Canada was unfortunate, but now he's taken pole and the win here. As for Piastri, his championship lead over Norris is down to 15 points. I did my best, said the Australian. Perhaps we pushed the limits too far at times, but it was fun, and that's what we're here for, to drive freely and fight for the win. And they were definitely having fun, and they were definitely the only guys fighting for that win. 20 seconds or so, almost between them and Charles Leclerc in third place. They could have won it by a bigger margin, in my opinion, for sure. And those upgrades that they brought to Austria have helped. I think it's going to be their last upgrade package of the season because, you know, their championship lead is so big now. They don't need to risk it, really. It's all about between those two drivers, and that very much goes with their approach as well. You know, I think they've been sensible with this. It's good to see that you've got two teammates battling for the championship and really respecting each other. It's extremely rare. You know, think about Alonso and Hamilton back in the day, Senna and Prost back in the day, Mansell and Piquet back in the day, when Hamilton and Rosberg as well. You know, there's so many, especially when they're teammates, they really, really does get under their skin. It's rare that it's this harmonious between the two of them, but it's refreshing. Will it last through the season? I hope so, and I think so, but we'll see. There's still a long way to go. There's still a very, very long way to go. We're not even at the halfway point yet. Silverstone marks the halfway point of the season. 12 rounds to go after that. And it's coming up this weekend. Round 12 of the season at Silverstone. I'll be doing all my videos as usual, guys. And I'll see you soon for that. Let us know in the comments below. Was Piastri right to have to apologise for that remove? Or was it fair game? Was it a genuine attempt that just went a little wrong? Let us know in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this, guys. And have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.